Welcome to the BatMUD Show. My name is Lynn, and this is a show about BatMUD. And this is my co-host, Sparhawk.
Thanks, Lynn. Today's topic is about boons. Now, the word boons comes from the Old Nordic word bon, which meant to pray for something. Around the time Old English came around, it meant a request, a favor, a service, or...
Okay, no. The simple BatMUD definition of a boon is just simply improvements to your character. And there's a couple different ways to get boons. But first, BatMUD is completely free to play, which we both really like. But I'd say, the vast majority of players have paid money to get boons?
That's true, but there is a proud minority in the game that has gotten their task points entirely through the task point shop, or events, or bug reports.
I think regular people have said that they've had a hard time keeping up without boons, and I know a few people have said that they have found the game more enjoyable since they've gotten boons.
That's true, Lynn, but no one likes a boon baby.
A what?
A boon baby is someone that doesn't have a whole lot of game experience, but donates a bunch of money to get boons and thinks that'll make up the difference for them.
And that is hilarious. I've never heard of that before. Alright, so there's a couple of different ways to get boons. One way is by taking a bane, and a bane is the exact opposite of a boon. It makes your character worse. If you take a bane, you get a partial boon. I always take a bane, and when I'm Tarmelin, I almost always take acne, which just gives me extra scars when I die. And then I can just remove them. Do you take a bane?
Yeah, I like to take painful death, which makes you lose all of your experience when you die. It helps me rage that much harder at poor party leaders.
Oh my gosh, I'd never take that one. Alright, and there's a couple different ways to get boons. One way is to use task points, and to get task points, you can do a couple different things. One thing you can do is contribute to the game in some way, such as bug reporting. How else can you contribute to the game?
You can also help out the wizards by checking out the task list.
What's that?
Oh, it's a list of tasks that wizards need help with.
Oh, and you just type?
Tasks.
You type tasks.
Yep, hence the word task points.
Oh, I didn't know that. I wonder if you knew that. Alright, another way to get task points is through events. Sometimes maybe on a Finnish holiday they'll have maybe some flags that you can claim, or there's that sheep event that you can kill sheep and get task points. What else?
You can also get a few task points by attending conventions. Sometimes there'll be a contest or trivia.
I have never gone to a convention before, and it's definitely my life goal to go to one. Maybe the BatMUD 25th anniversary. If I can stay at your place when I'm in Helsinki, just let me know. Alright, so the most common way to get task points is by donating money to get them. How much do they cost again? They're expensive, eh?
Yeah, well, the amount of task points you get is entirely based on how much money you donate. If you donate between 1 and 300 euros, you'll get 1.7 task points per euro. 300 to 1,000, and you'll get 2.25. And up over 1,000, you'll get 2.75 task points per euro.
Alright, and spending boons can be a little bit complicated. And you spend them in increments. A tiny boon is 10%. A little boon is 25%. A medium is 50%. And then a full boon is 100%.
Yeah, and you can also improve a boon by 10%, with the exception of a full boon, which you can't improve.
Right, and you do that through a bane. You can use banes to reduce the cost of a boon or improve that boon by 10%.
Yes, and that's when we're going to get on to the nuts and bolts of boon costs. We've made a graphic here to help display that, but basically your first boon will cost you 150 task points, and it increases from there. The other thing to note is that if you take the improved skill or spell max boons first, they won't contribute to the increased cost.
And luckily for us, there's a boon calculator in the game, and that makes things a little bit easier. And the other thing to note is that when you're taking boons, you want to take full boons together, right?
Yeah, and what's that command for the boon calculator?
Why don't you tell me?
Boon calc.
Boon calc.
All one word.
All one word, boon calc. Alright, got it. Alright, so that's kind of the background for boons. What I want to talk about is what boons are best to take. I think most people agree that you just take the primary characteristic of your character. Like, for example, I'm Tarmelin, and so I should always take Wisdom and SPR boons. But let's talk a little bit about some of the other boons that are good to take.
Yeah, so I really like to take fast metabolism in most of my ranks, not only because it helps me tick faster, but it also makes my skills and spells go off a little bit quicker. What boons do you like?
One that I really like to take is Moon Improvement that I often took when I was a mage in Harlan. It helped reduce spell cost, but now I always take an EXP boon, which I know everyone thinks is stupid, but it's really hard having less than 100 megs these days.
Yeah, I think everybody likes intensified experience boon, but if you don't have more than 2 to 3 boons, then you'll get a lot more bang for your euro out of something like mental regeneration, which gives more SPR or more strength for off tanks. You'll just be able to kill more monsters quicker and get way more experience than the 10% of experience that you'll get from the boon.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. So, okay, they recently introduced a ton of new boons that sound really interesting. Here's a list. I haven't had the chance to take any of those. Have you?
Yeah, well, I'm in a solo rank right now, so I thought I'd try out some of the ones that look more interesting to me, like Midas Touch, which gives me more cash off the monsters I loot. I like the Leecher one, which gives me some hit points and spell points back, like the Necro Staff. And I also wanted to try out Hyper Specialization on my main off-tank skill to see if it really helped that much.
Well, I haven't re-inked since the new boons came out, but when I do, I want to take the Caster 101, which gives increased spell point max, and the Economic Conjuration, what does that do again? Does it give more SPR?
It reduces your spell cost, kind of like Moon Improvement, but it's a static reduction, as opposed to Moon Improvement, which just counteracts the bad moons.
Okay. What other new boons look good to you?
Well, I'm really interested in seeing what the actual effects of Lucky Horseshoe are. I'd always be interested in seeing the increased crit rate and the increased crit damage ones. And I'm also interested to see how hyper specialization affects ranks that have, one primary spell that they use, like Priest with Harm Body.
Well, I don't know. I haven't tried them out, but I'm looking forward to trying some out when I read, which hopefully will be soon. But we would love to have your opinion, BatMUD. Let us know what new boons you have taken and if you like them or whatever.
Yeah. One way or the other, let us know. And if we like your suggestions, we'll put them on our next episode.
Oh. All right. And that's our show for this week. Thanks so much for watching.